Hey, it's Liz from No Trace. I have another super fun scrap busting project for you. It is a cute butterfly shaped zipper pouch. This is super fun to make and it's actually really easy. So let's jump in. Let me show you what you're gonna need to make a little butterfly shaped zipper pouch like this one. The first thing is a butterfly wing pattern piece. This is available as a free download on my website, but you could also just draft your own butterfly wing. The link for this pattern piece is in the description box below this video, so just click underneath and you'll see the link. You'll also need a 7-inch zipper, cotton batting, and some scrap fabric. The first step is to cut out your pattern piece. First step is to trace your pattern piece onto fabric. Now you'll want to place your fabric fold along this straight edge. So you want the right sides together, and then you're going to trace along that edge using chalk or a pencil. And now I'm just cutting along the line that I drew until I have this first piece of fabric cut out. For this pouch, we're going to need 2 pieces of fabric for the outside of the bag, 2 pieces of fabric for the inside of the bag, and then 1 piece of cotton batting. And these are all cut out on the fold using the pattern piece. Now, one of the outer layers of fabric is going to end up getting cut in half to make room for the zipper, and one of the inner layers of fabric is also going to be cut in half to make room for the zipper. So if you have some smaller scraps of fabric like I do, you can use 2 separate pieces of fabric to cut out your pattern piece for one of the inner layers and one of the outer layers. So I'm going to place these 2 smaller pieces of fabric with the right sides together, and I'm going to cut out the pattern piece. That way I get 2 mirror images of the butterfly wing. I'm going to do the same thing for 2 pieces of fabric that I pieced together from some scraps. So these are going to also get placed right sides together, and I'm going to cut the pattern piece out of these 2. If you want to learn how to do this sort of crazy quilting, I'm going to link to another video right here where I walk you through how to sew together your smaller pieces of fabric to create another larger piece of fabric. So check that out if you want to do this. But you could also, like I said, just use regular fabric scraps or even a larger piece of fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and cut more wings out of these. All right, I've got my 2 outer layers cut. They are mirror images of each other. And I also did 2 of my inner layers from separate scraps of fabric. So what is next is to take the cotton batting, and we want to cut this in half. So you could have also cut this out of 2 smaller pieces. Basically, we're just going from this dip down to the bottom, making sure we're getting a nice straight line here. Okay, so we have 2 pieces, and now we are going to quilt the outer layers, just 2 of them, onto the cotton batting. And you could do any kind of pattern that you want. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I've got my stitch length bumped up to the longest, so it's at 5 millimeters. And I am going to do some sort of butterfly shaped or petal shaped designs, starting with one here near the center of this lobe of the wing, and then I'll do one coming down at this lobe of the wing. And then I will just sort of trace it and do 2 or 3, just sort of depending on how big these turn out. So obviously you could trace something to follow, or you could just follow the shape of the wing. You can really do whatever you want here. So let me show you my super simple quilting. I'm just coming towards this corner, and I'm just going to turn, 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 and turn. And then I want to come back towards my starting point here. And I'm going to turn, and I want to join up with the first line that I started. Okay, so it's a little bit hard to see, but that is the first shape. And I'm going to do a second one around it, and then I'm going to do something similar down here. 1 and then probably 2 of that shape. Okay, I finished quilting. Hopefully you can kind of get a feel for that texture that I created. And I pulled all the threads to the back and I tied some little knots. So now we're ready to attach this to the zipper. So again, this is a 7-inch zipper. Hopefully that's what I said at the beginning. It's also in the description box below this video, so you could always click down in there to get the length of the zipper. So I'm going to take a moment and line my wings up so that they are facing the correct way. So I'm going to be sewing this wing onto this side of the zipper, this wing onto this side of the zipper. And the first thing to do is to fold the wing over, so it's right side of wing onto right side of zipper. And then we want to flip it over so we can see what we're doing. And we want to make sure that the zipper is centered on top of this first wing. And then we're just going to clip it in place. Just like so. I'm using my metal binder clips. Then I'm going to get one of the liner pieces. Remember these were made from smaller scraps, but you can also cut a regular size liner piece in half. And I want the liner piece that is going to go right side to right side and match up with the shape of the wing. So this piece matches up with this piece, and I'm going to add it into the zippers, into the clips, not the zippers, well, next to the zipper. And I want to make sure that these edges are aligned, just like so. And then I'm going to take this to the machine and I'm going to sew with my zipper foot to get all of these pieces attached. All right, my zipper foot is in place on my Juki sewing machine here, and I am going to sew these layers together with the zipper in the middle with about 1/4 inch seam allowance, and I want to make sure to backstitch at the beginning and the end of my seam. These first layers are attached, so I'm just going to open the layers up and flip things around so that now I can repeat that and attach the other pieces of the butterfly pouch onto the other side of the zipper. And I want to point out that I want to make sure to line up the bottom edges of the fabric with each other so that my pouch will come out, everything lining up in the end. So do take a minute, make sure these bottom edges are lined up. Both sides are attached to the zipper. I also ironed the top and the liner fabric, and I did a simple top stitching along each side of the zipper. Next, I am going to use a little thin strap of fabric to create the little loops that kind of look like antenna. You could do one loop up at the top here. You could do 2 little straps. I'm actually going to cut this in half and have 2 little straps. Or you could make a single loop and just put 1 loop at the top of the zipper. So let me show you how to get these little antenna onto the bag. Okay, I cut my little thin strap in half. I'm just going to tie a knot near one end of my strap so that there isn't any fraying. I used my 1-inch bias tape maker to make this little strap, but you could also use some cotton cording or you could use some ribbon. Okay, so I've got one, and what I want to do is pin it to the top edge, or clip it, either way, to the top edge of the zipper, pointing down. Okay, so I'm just gonna clip that on there, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with this little guy. I'm gonna tie a knot near one end, and then I am going to clip it onto the other side. And so I can move my clip over and actually grab, well, actually, let's keep this clip here. Make life easier and just get a second clip and clip this one. And you can play around with the angle. So if you have your antenna angled to the side here, when you turn it right side out, they're going to be like crisscrossed. But if you angle them a little bit towards the middle, when you open it, they're going to go more out towards the side. And obviously, if you pin them straight up and down, when you turn things right side out, your antenna are going to be pointing straight up. Okay, antenna are in place. What I'm going to do next is open my zipper at least halfway. And then I'm going to get my last two layers. So one of these is the outside. It's the same fabric, so it doesn't matter. And I'm putting it right side to right side. This is a super lightweight fabric, so it would probably be good to use something a little bit sturdier than this, but I think it's gonna work out okay. Okay, so these are right sides together, and now I'm gonna get my other piece of liner fabric, which again is the same as the outer layer, and it's gonna go wrong side to wrong side, so that we're looking at the pretty side of the fabric. We want everything lined up around the sides, and then I'm going to take a moment and pin it in place, and then I'm going to sew along this edge with about 3/8 inch seam allowance. All right, my standard presser foot is back in place here, and I am just going to start along one of the sides of the butterfly. And I'm going to go all the way around with a 3/8 inch seam allowance. And I'm just going to follow the curve of the fabric. Okay, I know it's hard for you to see, but we are at the bottom edge of the zipper, and I just want to reinforce this spot. And I also want to be mindful of the metal. Make sure I don't hit the metal. So I'm going to sew over this with just a few rows of stitches. Okay, and now I'm at the spot where I clipped my little straps into place. So I'm gonna take my clips off, and when I get close, I am going to peek between my layers, make sure everything looks good. Make sure these are actually gonna get sewn in place. And I'm gonna actually reinforce the straps here as well. Okay, don't skip this next step. Take a minute. I'm gonna go all the way around, take a minute and make sure I caught my layers in my seam. So don't forget to double check. If there's any spot that I missed, all I have to do is just reinforce it at the machine, just bring the seam in a little bit more and make sure to catch my layers. Surprisingly, it looks like I caught all the layers in my first try, so cheers to that. Next, I'm gonna take a moment and I'm gonna cut away the extra fabric all along my seam so that the edge here is more like between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch. But of course, I'm not gonna cut my stitches, just the fabric. And of course, I'm gonna save all my tiny bits and add them to my tiny bits bin. This can be repurposed for stuffing or other really creative projects like making yarn, or if you use all natural fibers and all natural cotton thread like I do, you can also compost this. Okay, I finished trimming off the edge here. I also snipped into this little spot on the wing so that it still has a little bit of flexibility there. And I also made a few snips along this top edge where it kind of dips down a little bit. So now I am going to take this to the machine and just finish off this raw edge with a zigzag stitch. You could also use a serger, or if you're inspired, you could use some binding tape to finish this raw edge, but a zigzag stitch will work great. Okay, zigzag stitch is done. I'm just gonna turn this right side out, press it really well, and then we'll have the grand reveal. It's finished. It's super cute. I love the way it turned out. I do want to point out that my antennae are not as straight up and down as I wanted, so I probably could have pinned them a little bit more carefully, so you might want to be mindful of that, or just let them do their thing, which they're doing right here. And once again, if you want to snag the pattern, it's a free download on my website, and the link is in the description box.